One of the things I kind of hate about Teen Wolf is how many great and memorable characters that Jeff and the writers created and then immediately disposed of. Nowhere was this trend more apparent than in season 4, where almost all of the named benefactor assassins had the potential to become a great big bad in their own right. I've actually spoken about my favorite assassins before.
After entering the IP address, you will be connected through a darknet portal to an untraceable bank.
I don't think I've ever hated a character more on first sight than the Chemist. He's just so smug. You want to smack him upside his smug head. In universe, he killed most of Satomi's pack and gave Styles his first close-up look at what a 9mm can do to a human skull. But the performance here is just so grand.
You may now open your test booklets and begin. I was wondering how that idiot got sick. I'm also wondering where your friends are, since in order to get paid by the benefactor, I need to have proof they're dead.
With his preening and his tea and his obvious disgust at having to get his hands dirty to finish the job, I can imagine this guy's whole life. He goes around poisoning people and makes loads of money doing it. He has a mid-century modern apartment in the Bay Area and drives an Aston Martin because he thinks it makes him look cool like James Bond. I hate this guy, but I absolutely love him at the same time. Kudos to James Urbaniak for bringing this asshole to life.
Get in! Come on, she's coming, get in! Seriously? Can't believe you fell for that.
Garrett was half of the assassin team known as the Orphans, who pretended to be high school students just so they could get close enough to and then kill supernatural teens in order to collect hundreds of thousands of dollars in bounty money offered to them by the mysterious benefactor. In addition to his regular job killing people, Garrett started improvising after his partner was arrested. After this bit of vehicular assault, he threw Liam down a well and then blackmailed Scott into helping him attack the FBI.
This is not gonna work. All you have to do is stop the car.
That last bit did not end well for young Garrett.
You're not so big!
Despite only appearing in a few episodes, Mason Dye made a big impression on Teen Wolf fans, and he and Samantha Logan, who played Violet, are still often mentioned as villains with a whole bunch of unrealized potential who were killed off way too quickly.
Both The Chemist and The Orphans could have made for interesting spin-off shows, or maybe a season-long revenge arc. I also think this guy's story would have made for an interesting flashback episode.
Hello, Sean. I just killed your family. Do you want to die like them? Begging for your wife? Or do you want to fight?
While they subsequently showed another mouthless individual, I don't like to think that this is a supernatural condition. The thing about the assassins that made them truly terrifying to me is the fact that they were skilled, but not at all supernatural. If I were writing a backstory, there are a couple of ways to go. Our mute assassin is obviously ex-military, so it could have been some super soldier experiment gone wrong, or mad scientist surgical outcome, or maybe it's a birth defect. Maybe he struggled with it his whole life to overcome not having a mouth. The latter would be better for storytelling. Give him parents who were determined to make a normal life, cruel classmates, and ultimately the death of his loving parents due to supernatural causes. That could lead him down a path of being the silent but deadly mercenary.
You have the right to remain silent.
But alas, just like with the others, they offed the mute too soon.
No, Peter, no!
I mean, in the story, it makes sense. Peter doing way too much was very on brand for the character at the time. And given the fact that he was aware of many of the assassins in this universe, he might actually have a past with the Mute that he did not want to be exposed. There's a hint of that when they meet in the loft.
Derek!
Don't worry, Peter. Derek is next.
The Mute just casually using his first name suggests a familiarity with Peter, as does the ferocity of this kill. So yeah, there's potential in all of these characters, and I personally think that's because all of these big bads would be very much at home in Gotham City. They're very much Batman villains in both design, execution, and methodology. It's just too bad that the good old comic book plot armor, the rule of never wasting a good villain, doesn't work in Beacon Hills.